Welcome to From That Comes This, the podcast that dives into the moments that shape us, the strength we uncover along the way, and the courage that pushes us forward. This show is designed to explore the moments that shape us, bend us, and sometimes challenge us. It's all part of the beautiful journey we call life. I'm your host, Rebecca Foster, and if you're listening on your favorite podcast app, I need you to know that this is the very first full episode that you can find on YouTube. Just look for From That Comes This podcast, hit like, and please subscribe if you feel inclined to do so. And always, always feel free to share with others. And remember to follow us on Instagram if you're not already, at From That Comes This podcast with an underscore. So today's guest is someone I'm very excited to chat with. Her name is Tree Ryde, and she's a human behavior expert. We'll find out more about that shortly. She's also the owner and director of the Burlington Hypnosis Centre, and she is a business growth consultant. She has a company called Business Growth Results. I hope I got that right.
Yep. She
helps her clients to create change, whatever that change may mean to said client, using hypnosis. I might not get this right. Neurolinguistic Programming, which is referred to as NLP, which is going to be much easier for me to say, Tree.
Yep.
She works with people on goals such as things like stress management, confidence building, smoking cessation, weight loss, breaking habits, growing business ideas, and all by connecting more effectively with the subconscious mind. Did I get that right, Tree?
You got it right.
Tree,
you got it right.
You are quite something. We've met a couple times. We travel in the same circles.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to have you in my circle now. So thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Well, it's my pleasure to have you. I have a question, and I know that almost everyone listening or watching is going to want to know the answer to this. How did you get such a cool name, Tree Ryde? And Ryde is R-Y-D-E.
You got it.
Okay, tell me.
Yeah. So I get to ask this all the time.
No doubt.
Yeah, right? Or a lot of people will be like, hey, were your parents hippies? And I'm like, oh, I wish, right? So basically what happened back in the day when we were born, they didn't have all the technology that they have today. And so they just kind of looked at the scan and they're like, oh, it's a boy. So I was supposed to, they said I was going to be a boy. So my parents they were going to call me Terrence, right? And so when I popped out, surprise, I'm a girl. And so my mom babysat a girl named Teresa, and they called her Tree for short. And so, truth be told, when my grandfather came to the hospital, he's like, you are not putting that on her birth certificate. So there was a big kerfuffle. So my legal name is actually Teresa.
Okay.
But come hell or high water, my mom would not let anyone call me that. So even when it says preferred name, it was Tree, and I've never even if somebody walked in and said Teresa, I wouldn't even respond. Yeah.
So did you get Teresa at school, for example, growing up, or did they learn very quickly?
Well, at school you can ask preferred name, and my mom would put Tree. So I don't even respond to Teresa. I would think I'd be looking around I don't know. So
okay, well, you're the first Tree. Human form that I've ever met, and I can't think of you with any other name.
Right?
I
Agreed.
think it's beautiful. So thanks for sharing that.
Yeah,
and
I appreciate the question. That's
your
great.
Parents are pretty cool. But my parents gave me the name Rebecca. Right? That's a pretty basic name. But then proceeded to call me Becky, so I never understood that. But anyway, all right. The show is called From That Comes This.
Yeah.
You focus on hypnosis, neurolinguistic programming.
You got it.
Tell us, obviously you must have done things before this.
Yeah.
Tell us about your journey. How did you get into hypnosis, first of all?
So that is actually part of the journey. And I think it actually picked me. I'm very much the type of person that things will happen in my life and I'll be like, yeah, that feels good. And so truth be told, I started off in the fashion industry. So I was working downtown Toronto for 13 years. I did fashion shows at the Design Exchange. I was part of the Toronto Fashion Incubator. I did anything from textiles to garment construction to all of that stuff. Yeah. So actually, if I go back, I learned how to sew when I was 6 years old because I was a very overweight child, and I got hand-me-downs from my sister, so I'd cut the sides of the clothing and add fabric in, so I could fit into it. So it wasn't even, and then in high school, and this is the theme that I'm talking about, is
Yeah.
just like I'm accidentally falling into these things. And so in high school, I switched high schools, I think in grade 10 or something. And it was a little bit late in the year to do it. And I had to pick an elective course. And I was like, I'll take fashion. That's no problem because I've been sewing since I was 6. Little did I know that I'd start running fashion shows in the school and that actually put me on that trajectory. But after 13 years, like when you look at the economy and society, that it all changed. Everything went overseas, right? And so also I was soon to, like I was just in my 30s. I was with somebody, we bought a house, like I was tired. And I was overweight. I was smoking, drinking, and yeah, just not where I wanted to be. So, yeah, I got my crap together and started fitness. So I started teaching yoga, boot camp, and so then from there, that comes this, is I was like, well, what do I do with a fashion degree? I just kind of wanted a 9 to 5. I just wanted, because I never had 9 to 5. I was self-employed my entire life. And so I got a 9 to 5 job. I had no idea what I was going to do. So I went on like 30 different job interviews. And just because I was like, I don't know. And
And you could, because you have that ability. You're just a natural talker, right?
Well, and that's why I got hired at a marketing company. Yeah, and I, even after I'm like, after I've signed this, I'm like, not for nothing, but like, why'd you hire me? Like, because I had zero marketing background, and they were like, oh, well, we just needed a people person. So I was like, oh, okay. And from there, I was running the department about 6 months that I was hired for. But then I was doing marketing for the Burlington Hypnosis Centre. So, okay, so here's your answer, my
Okay.
long-winded answer. So I was teaching yoga and I saw the hypnosis and I thought, well, people are getting into postures, but they're still in their head. Yeah, so I thought to myself, that would be awesome. So that's how it started, and it just kind of went from there. And that was about 14 years ago, something like that. Yeah, and then just
Okay, so
kept
you-
on doing training and
And the training, which I'm sure obviously to get into hypnosis, there would be quite a bit of training, or did you find that easy as well?
yeah, it's interesting because a lot of places they offer like just weekend courses, and that's what I really liked about what Robbie did is in the training, which is Hypnosis Training Canada. Let's give a shout out to her. But that it was more intense. So it was 4 days. You also had to have specific hours. You had to do case studies. You had to do all of these things that most other schools do not do. So, yeah, so it really immersed me into this really cool world of hypnosis.
And it sounds like an intense program, but that's how you're going to learn, right? The more you throw yourself into it and experience what's happening.
I wouldn't necessarily say intense. I'd say life-changing.
Okay.
Because you have to change yourself as you're going throughout the program. Like that's, and anyone, like I'm a trainer now, so I train and I teach like hypnosis and NLP. And anyone that's coming in to do the training, they have to be willing to change themselves. Otherwise, we won't take them as a student. Because yeah, I mean, there's so many people in this world right now. I call it like kind of like the hungry hippo. Like they're just wanting information. They want to change, but they just get the information. There's no change there.
They don't put it into practice.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you run into a lot of skepticism when it comes to hypnosis?
Yes. It's interesting because people will come in and they'll be skeptical. And it's neat because once they find out and they have an experience and then they feel the change, it makes it more of a dramatic change because they were skeptical. And
So
it's a cool thing.
You don't mind that people are skeptical?
Not at all.
Because you
I
know
prefer
it
it.
works.
Yeah, I prefer it.
Okay, because we
Yeah.
see all these shows and someone's up on stage and someone gets
Yep.
hypnotized. Is that what we're talking about here?
I tease with that. Like if someone comes in and they be like, "Oh, is this like stage?" I'll like get up and I'll be something dramatic or whatever. But it's more about every program is completely custom to the person, whether it's business coaching or an individual wanting to change whatever it is about themselves. But it's really unique to them, and that's the flexibility that hypnosis and NLP actually caters to the human species. I
Okay,
guess you will.
so
Yeah.
hypnosis and NLP, neurolinguistic
Programming.
programming.
Yeah.
I will get it by
You'll
the
get
end of
it.
the show, Tree, I promise. Do they work hand in hand? What's the difference?
right.
What's the similarity? Can you explain a little bit more what NLP
Yeah.
is?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So NLP, put simply, it's tools and techniques to get your mind in the right place. Okay? And hypnosis and NLP, they both use what's called like meta models. So these are patterns of behaviors that humans have, right? And then hypnosis is the power of suggestion, right? Like, so marketing companies utilize hypnosis all the time. An example would be like, what company does pumpkin spice lattes?
Starbucks.
Yeah, right? Like
So that's NLP
that's hypnosis.
and hypnosis.
That's more hypnosis. It's the power of suggestion,
Okay.
right? And NLP techniques have been around for years and years, and there's so much proof, scientific proof that it works. It shifts us. It changes us. It's playing with all of our senses, like our sight and feeling and auditory, sensory acuities and things like that. So, yeah.
So as consumers, we're experiencing this on a regular basis and we don't even really understand or know that it's happening.
That's right.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah, actually, to put it that, yeah. And it's interesting because we're utilizing those things because we are in the best interest of the client. Like, we're on the client's agenda to where it is that they want to go. So we're teaching them how it is that they can shift and change themselves and replicate it, because it's not a one and done. Life's not like that, right? Hey, if it was, it'd be like, okay, stop aging now.
That magic pill, snap my fingers. You mean that's not real? That stuff I see online, it doesn't work?
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah,
I wish. Yeah, that would be, hey.
So it's not one and done. And I think
I'll tell you that secret later.
okay, good. We'll talk off camera. But a lot of people want that easy fix, right? People
Yeah.
don't always want to do the hard work. So how do you overcome that obstacle when you're working with people?
Yeah, great question, Rebecca. And the thing is with hypnosis and neurolinguistics, it actually makes it easier for the person. So it's actually not as hard.
Say that again.
I will. So hypnosis and neurolinguistics, it makes it easier for the person, right? If we're fighting something, let me go back. It's a common tendency for us as humans to want to keep things the same because we end up in a fear response when things change. It's almost like, I'm sure you've done this, I've done this to my husband, that you just got to be in your bonnet and you just changed all the furniture around in a room. Yeah, guilty. Yeah, me too.
Me too.
And then all of a sudden, like, he comes in and there's like, what? What's going, like, right? Or like the dog, you move the dog bowl and they're like, where did, it's like right here. And we as a species, we're just humans, right? Like, and we're just ordinary humans. There's no human better or worse than anybody at all. We're just ordinary human beings. And yeah, we're just a species on this planet and we are in fear of change. So with hypnosis and neurolinguistics, we're creating more of a comfort zone for the people to make that change.
Okay. So this is a conversation you would have with a client, somebody who's researching maybe using your services. This is something that you would share with them? Because the average person wouldn't know or understand the offerings that you have unless they did a little bit of research, right?
That's true. Yeah. But when we offer a free screening, and even when you and I first met, right? And I did kind of like a read on you.
You did.
Yeah.
We had coffee. Let's uncover the truth here.
Yeah.
And do you want to share what you read about me? Do you remember? We're
d-
still talking, so that's a good thing.
Well, but it's more about through, I can see different things in people's nervous system and teaching people their patterns, it helps them understand actually what it is that they need to change. Because a lot of people, they think that they need to change one thing. So for example, if somebody, if I just lose weight, my life will be perfect. Well, it might be better because you might have more mobility, you might feel better about yourself, but there's still emotions. Mm-hmm. There's still situations in life. And the truth is we can't unexperience things in life, and every moment of every single day we are in an emotional state.
Yeah.
So if we don't learn how to interact with our own emotions individually as ourselves, our patterns are off, or we're reacting instead of responding to different situations.
So take me through a consult then. If you're meeting with someone who maybe wants to, let's leave the weight aside, stop smoking. Is that a challenging conversation with a smoker?
No, well, anyone that's smoking or biting their nails or different kind of patterns like that, that's just the symptom. There's always something underlining. So it's either stress, or they're putting pressure on themselves to not let people down, or they're trying to please everybody in their circles, or they're in fear of something. So they're holding on to something. Like, I once had a client that she had a hard time quitting smoking because she lost her husband and they smoked together. And so she felt if she quit that she'd be cheating on her husband, even though he's passed, where it's kind of like even people that leave an old habit, they go through a grieving process. Even people that binge Netflix and the end of the series, their nervous system goes through a grieving process because those characters are in your head all the time.
This
And
is
you're like,
real.
Yeah,
Right?
it is. That's right.
We're living
That's right.
vicariously through the shows that we're watching. Well,
But the
I am.
characters are in your mind throughout
Right.
the day. You can't wait to see what's next and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, and that's the thing. Like, we believe what's real, what we feel that's going on in our mind, but we're making up the concepts in our mind too.
Okay. So you mentioned there's an underlying cause. So if I am a smoker, which I'm not, but if I were, something else is causing me to want to have that habit a part of my everyday or multiple times a day?
Yeah, a part of it is just habit, right? Like, at one point in time, a person started to smoke because they were with friends, and now they're at a job and they smoke with people that they work with. So they're smoking because they feel like they're part of a community.
Okay.
Or some people, they feel like they're going to miss out on the office gossip if they don't go and have a cigarette. So nobody wakes up in the morning and thinks, "Oh, let me go outside and kill myself today. This should be fun," right? Like,
No.
says nobody ever.
Ever.
Yeah, but yet people are still doing it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of success helping people understand why that habit, whether it's nail biting or hair pulling, maybe smoking, whatever the habit may
That's
be,
right.
there's something underlying, and you help them uncover that and move forward
That's
from
right.
that. That's amazing
Yeah, that's
to
right.
me. Thank you for sharing that. Now, when it comes to, let's kind of flip to a business focus. You help a lot of business people in the community, and I'm sure across the country. I don't know if you're international, but what does that look like? Does someone come to you with a challenge, a problem in their business, or a business idea? Like, what kind of things are you dealing with?
Yeah, a little bit of all of that. I mean, if we were to put a massive umbrella over it, I would say more self-sabotage because of common tendencies. A lot of, in Canada, I find we're pleasers, right? So it's like a lot of business owners, they'll give too much and not get properly financially compensated, and then they'll end up in resentment and sabotage something in their business. So that's just one pattern. Yeah, that's just one pattern. Or people will try to prove that they're good enough and just talk about themselves, where with any business, it's not about them. It's about the customer. And so it's just looking at the person, where they want their business, what's happening. Again, reading the actual business owner and seeing where the sabotage is happening, and then redirecting. And we also use hypnosis and neurolinguistics throughout that too, because there's all kinds of awesome stuff about it. I really love what I do. Like, I love humans. I love that everybody's so different. I love people. I love seeing people do well. It's just like, yeah, I think it's just so great.
That's what makes people gravitate toward you. I think that you have this natural ability. Obviously, relationships and communication skills are the forefront of your skill set, but you go much deeper than that. And I love the part from a business perspective. It sounds like you bring a whole different lens to a business approach, which we don't often do as business owners, as entrepreneurs. We just kind of get focused on, I have A to B, and I need to move to C, right? Like I need to get there. How do I do it? And we don't look at all of the other things that are influencing or impacting the decisions we're making. You know, if we have staff, how we're reacting with our staff, with our partnerships, like, and I guess people carry that into their relationships in life too, right?
Yeah, it's the same person. You're the same person in personal relationships and at work or a business owner.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Do you ever find things that are hard to discuss with your clients? And how do you tackle that?
Yeah, you know what? If you were to ask me that exact question maybe 7 or 8 years ago, I would have said yeah. But now, no, everything like intimacy, like even like anything at all needs to be on the table because people need to feel the freedom to allow themselves to grow.
So the freedom is linked to showing vulnerability. Am I right?
A little
hard.
bit, or well, vulnerability or leveling. Like
Okay.
let's put it all on the table so you can look at it, right? Part of it, I guess, is vulnerability, right? But it's feeling comfortable within the discomfort, right? Like that's
That's not a comfortable thing to do, Tree. Like a lot of people, myself included, would probably struggle with that.
well, and we create like what we create at Burlington Hypnosis Centre and Business Growth Results is that we create the environment for them to feel safe.
Okay.
To do that, and it's important that in order to like just level with everything and to change things is kind of like that safety. Yeah.
Yeah. Safe. Feeling safe. That's
Yeah,
important.
and zero judgment. Like we're like, and that's, I guess, how I even view the world. I guess, and I had a conversation. I don't know if you know, and he'll let me use his name, Ty Cameron.
I do.
Tyler Cameron.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, like he is just such a humble guy, and I did a podcast with him. And it was such a great conversation because him and we have the same energy. Like he has, and I'm looking at him like, you have zero judgment. Like this is awesome. And just, it was just so refreshing. And I think, and I'm sure he has the same experience, but when people are interacting with us, their nervous system just calms down because it's like this sort of safe thing. And I also like teach other coaches to do that as well because to be a coach, you have to have sort of that energy, I guess. I guess it'd be like an energy.
And you can teach that. You can teach someone to have that energy. They don't just naturally have to have it. Or do you see that they have the ability?
I think some people probably naturally have it, but it was probably built by accident growing up. But we can learn anything. I mean, us as humans, we can do anything.
So you love to learn. This is very apparent. You love to learn new things. You love to learn about people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So looking back to your younger self to where you are now, and you're still young. We're still young.
We
Tree.
sure
We're
are.
still young.
We sure are. We
got
stopped aging too. We stopped aging
that
today.
secret pill that
You heard
or
it
that,
here first.
Whatever it is, I love it. You're so funny. Aging is a gift. It is really a gift. We should embrace it. But when you look back at the younger Tree, where you started to now, what would you pat yourself on the back for? What's probably one of the biggest things that you're the most proud of?
So just going for it. Yeah, it was interesting. Like for me growing up, the people, and a lot of people listening to this can totally relate, is that the people that were supposed to be there for me growing up were not. And so I was kind of forced to navigate things, and I guess I could have chose to hide out and be pissed at the world, but I didn't. I actually got a job when I was 13 years old, like sweeping floors in a hair salon. And from there, I just went and just kept on grabbing on to the next thing. Not everything worked out. And so I think if I was to pat myself on the back, I'd say that. And when things didn't work out, I still kept going. So
that is a beautiful message to share. Thank you, because I think a lot of people can benefit no matter what stage of life they're at. You keep going, right?
Yeah, just keep going. It's not like you hit a roadblock. It's like, well, just walk around it, right? Like, just keep going. Like, literally keep going.
Or go through it if you need to.
Yeah,
right? Go through, jump over that roadblock.
It's like, going on a bear hunt. Can't go under it. Can't go around it.
I love it. I didn't know you were going to sing for us today, Tree. What a treat this is. So anyone who's watching or listening, if they're interested in improving focus, confidence, stress management, there's no one solution based on our conversation. Everyone is unique. Every story is
That's right.
different.
Yeah.
But is there something that's fundamental that all of us could apply in a daily life if we're looking to start building before we reach out to you and come visit you at your center?
Yeah, actually. So all of us as human beings, so I want to teach you something, but do we have like a couple minutes?
Yes,
Yeah?
let's do it.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do a little bit of role playing. You good?
Okay.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you going to hypnotize me? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let's go. Let's do it.
Not unless you want me to.
Well, maybe not on camera. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this.
Okay. So point to this back wall here and go, it's all your fault.
Ew, that's not nice. It's all your fault.
Good. Okay. Now put your hands out in front and go, whatever you want, I'm here for you.
Whatever you want, I'm here for you.
Now bring your index finger to your chin.
Doesn't matter which one or this one.
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
There's no way to do it wrong. And go to the wall and go, if one were to analyze this, one would find.
If one were to analyze this, one would find.
Awesome. Now the last one, are you ready for it?
I don't know. This is hard. Yes.
It's easy. Just move your body all around.
Oh, it's just kind of.
I know you like that one.
Yeah, that's good. That feels good on my back.
It does feel good.
What are we doing?
And time. No, just
No,
kidding.
we got time. We got time.
Yeah. So what these are 4 coping mechanisms that every human being on the face of the planet fall into a pocket of. Okay. These were created by a very well-renowned family therapist called Virginia Satir. And she came up with a metaphor to describe how it is that us as humans are coping in our lives in these ways. And the metaphor goes like this. There's 4 people in a boat, and there's a hole in the boat. The boat is sinking. And the blamer says, who put the hole in the boat? Okay. The pleaser or the placater says, I'll swim to shore so the boat won't sink so fast. The computer, at this rate, this boat's going to be sunk in 3.4 minutes. And the distractor, look, there's a bird. And not one of them's fixing the hole in the boat. So for anybody watching this, be curious of where it is that you land. So are you blaming others, or are you putting pressure on yourself? Are you saying sorry a lot? Are you...
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Can you be a combination of these
Absolutely.
types? Okay.
Normally people are 2. It's a combo of 2.
Okay.
Right? Or sometimes it's like a pattern, right? So a common pattern for healthcare workers, they don't blame others, they put pressure on self, and then they're pleasers, right? And then they distract because they end up in overwhelm or burnout. Wow. Right? People that if they're think, they're holding themselves back because they're looking for so much information, right? It's like the hungry hippos of information. And then they stay stagnant, end up in overwhelm, and also could distract. So there's lots of different combinations. But if somebody is a computer, you want to do one of these and go like, oh, there I go, ha ha ha. If I were to analyze this, ha ha ha, right? Because it's interrupting their pattern in their head. And then obviously, but just recognizing where you're kind of trying to cope in your life will just sort of, oh, okay. Then you can create boundaries where you need to create boundaries. But yeah, that's a very fundamental human kind of coping thing.
Wow, that breaks it down remarkably well. Thank you. But the goal is to shift or at least identify how we relate to a situation.
Then shift and learn
then
how to shift.
So you help everyone do this.
That's right.
Tree, I can't thank you enough for sharing that little exercise. I was a little nervous. The dancing part was, but I don't think I'm a distractor. I'm definitely a pleaser, and I may be a blamer to others and myself sometimes. So I can identify and own it. So thank you for sharing that with us today.
Oh, I'm a pleaser and a distractor all day long.
Yeah.
My husband's a computer and a distractor. We distract well together. We have a deck in the backyard that's been working on it for 4 years.
Oh, Well, you'll get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Eventually.
shift that.
Yeah.
Or you'll hire someone to get it done, right?
Yeah.
There are ways around it.
Yeah.
Tree Ryde, you are remarkable. I hope you'll come back on the show another time. We
Yeah,
can talk about
anytime.
so many other things. You've really opened my eyes, and I'm sure a lot of people's eyes today. And I'm a little less skeptical about hypnotism now. So maybe we'll do some of that down the road. But I cannot thank you enough. So thanks for
thank
being
you
a part
so
of the
much
show.
for having me. Yeah, I love your energy, and you're so awesome. So
You are
thank
so
you.
kind. Thank you for being here. Super inspiring to hear from Tree Ryde today, her insights on personal growth, hypnosis, and creating lasting change. There are simple steps that we can all take. Remember, transformation isn't just about what we do consciously, as Tree so eloquently talked about today. It's about understanding and working with the part of ourselves that drives our habits, understanding what that means, how to change it, and how we can make different choices as a result. So here's your reminder, my friends, that change begins with a single belief that you are enough. And knowing this, you can give yourself permission to grow and to truly understand that courage is often found in the smallest choices we make, even on a daily basis. Believe, my friends, this will carry you farther than you ever imagined. I promise. With love.